Hi, today I'm going to go over the wish list of the decks that I currently have. I have my little book of shadows here, and I have my deck collection written in it to keep track of my current tarot and oracle decks. And I also have a little wish list of things that I would like to bring in. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. The lighting is so weird outside. I'm trying to work with it. Now this side is way overlit. Just a second ago it was that side that was way overlit. So we're just gonna work with it. And I'm just gonna put the images of the decks right here so it doesn't really, hopefully, distract too much. Also, I really have to recut my bangs, trim my bangs. So let's start with some oracle decks that I have on my wish list. First ones are the self-care wisdom cards. I do have the sacred self-care oracle deck and I really like that one. I really like implementing self-care into my tarot readings because that is one of the reasons that I even started tarot, and that is my entire, a big part of my tarot journey is to use it for self-care, self-worth, and self-love. Those kinds of topics I find very important, more than prediction and that kind of stuff. So I think these self-care wisdom cards would be great to have in my current collection. The other oracle deck that I would like to have is the Angels Among Us, and it looks to be sort of similar to the Keepers of the Light oracle deck, which I recently decluttered, and I also have the Legendary Ladies oracle deck, which I love. So I am still on the fence on whether or not I want the Angels Among Us, because I feel like I don't know if I need it if I have my Legendary Ladies, but I do feel like they are different enough and that they are more message based and not as much as what I felt with Keepers of the Light. There was just something that I felt like I couldn't really do with those cards. So I'm still very much on the fence for Angels Among Us, but I really like the artwork and the fact that it's more of a modern look at some of the angels, archangels, supporters, light keepers, I guess. Then I have the Harry Potter Magical Meditations on my wish list. This one isn't out yet. I'll put the date on the screen if I know when this is gonna come out. But oh, I love Harry Potter. Like, I have a Harry Potter shelf here. This is my Harry Potter trivia. I literally have there's crystal on here. I have Harry Potter playing cards. I have my Harry Potter. I don't think I have to stress how much I love Harry Potter, because I do. And to be able to combine my practice with Harry Potter, would love. I'm still looking for a great Harry Potter tarot deck. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. I don't know if I'm gonna have to make it myself, maybe even. I kind of started doing that, but then I got bored and I didn't want to do it anymore because I'm not an artist. I really am not. So, but yeah, the Harry Potter Magical Meditations on my wish list. Then another oracle deck on my wish list is the Sacred Forest one. I thought the images on this one were so pretty. They're a little bit more on the expensive side for a mass market oracle deck, but I do believe it has more cards than your other general oracle decks. But I don't know, I really like nature and that kind of stuff. I'm looking around me because I just did my spiritual haul that is gonna go up after this. So I'm looking at what kind of decks could I combine them with, and I think it's the Sacred Forest Oracle is a deck that I could combine with a lot of different tarot decks, which is something that I look for in my oracle decks. Then the Halloween Oracle is also on my wish list because I think it's so pretty. Okay, so spoilers, I got the Dark Mirror Oracle deck, which is also like a darker shadow work type of deck. So I'm definitely gonna hold off of the Halloween Oracle until I have worked with the Dark Mirror one. And if after the Dark Mirror one, I'm like, okay, I love this deck. I would like more of this kind of feel in my oracle decks, and I will definitely get that one. Even though it is not Halloween anymore when I'm filming this video, or when this video goes live, and after this video goes live, it's not Halloween anymore. But I think the Halloween Oracle could be great regardless of whatever time of year it is. And then the last Oracle deck on my wish list, as of this moment, is the Divine Animals Oracle. This one is way more affordable than like the Sacred Forest. It's like half the price. And I have thought between like the Divine Animals Oracle, so this one, or the Spirit Animal Oracle. But I don't know, I have heard that the term spirit animal could be a little problematic. So I'm also trying to not use that term spirit animal, because I believe it's like cultural appropriation. I don't know how to pronounce that. English is not my first language, if you couldn't tell already. So I think the Divine Animals Oracle would be a great alternative. Yeah, because I love animals. If you don't know, I am vegan and I love animals. I love all animals. So I would love an animal-based deck or oracle deck, because I have my, let's see, the White Newman tarot that I have is sort of, it has animals, but it's mostly people. And my favorite animal kind of deck at the moment is my Magical Dogs tarot. Absolutely love dogs. I love dogs so much. So yeah, the Divine Animals Oracle. Now I want to talk about tarot decks that are on my wish list. I recently got like a lot of tarot decks. So right in front of me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tarot decks that I got, and there's still one on the way to me. That is the Pagan Tarot. That is still on its way to me. So what is on my wish list? The Tarot of Haunted House. I think this looks so cool. And Aphrodite uses the Tarot of Haunted House in his true crime readings, along with his Dark Mirror Oracle. So I'm really excited to use the, first of all, use the Dark Mirror, but I'm also very excited about the Tarot of Haunted House. It's pretty affordable. I have it here in my wish list at around 21 euros on Amazon. Then a deck that recently came out is the Real Talk Tarot, and this looks really cool. It's like the border is like a mobile phone, or like a smartphone I should say, and I think that looks really, really cool. And I don't necessarily like, if the borders didn't have the smartphone around it, I would still love the imagery, because I think it's very modern and it's very relatable, and I really like it, and I would love it as like a self-care, self-love type of deck. Like, it could be very personal and relatable. And I also feel that about the next tarot deck on my wish list, which is the Next World Tarot. Now, this one is the most expensive one on my entire wish list, I believe, because I have it at 42 euros on Amazon. And I am not an immigrant. I live in the Netherlands. I was born here. My grandmother was an immigrant because she was from Portugal. This was around the time that I don't think immigrants were were discriminated against as much as they were in later years. And also my grandmother came to the Netherlands to be with my grandfather. Instead of what the Next World Tarot is about, is going into another country to try and make something different of your life, because that is the idea that's the feeling that I got from this tarot deck. And I love the art so much. I think it's so emotional. When I look at the images of this deck, I get all up in my feels. So I don't even know if this is going to be a good tarot deck for me to work with, but I am so intrigued by it. I think it's gorgeous. Those are all the tarot decks that are currently on my wish list, because like I said, I have recently bought a lot of tarot decks, so I don't really have a lot on my wish list right now, because I really want to focus on the ones that I have. But I am looking to get into Lenormand, so I have 3 Lenormand decks on my wish list. First of all, the Dreaming Way Lenormand. I already own the Dreaming Way tarot deck, so I thought the Lenormand would be great. I really like the art style, so I thought that would be a great one to start with. Then I also saw the Cute Little Lenormand, and that one, it's a little bit more expensive. Like the Dreaming Way one is 15 euros on Amazon, and the Cute Little Lenormand is 22 euros on Amazon. But the Cute Little Lenormand comes with a book that has a lot of explanations and a lot of talks a lot about Lenormand and what it is and how to use it. And I am completely new to Lenormand. Like, I think with my current tarot and oracle knowledge, I could I think I would be able to pick up Lenormand more quickly than if I was to get into Lenormand before I ever got into tarot. But I still think that I would need like a guidebook with my Lenormand to really start my practice. So I think that is why the cute little Lenormand would be really great, because it's literally like a cute little deck. It's really cute. And it has a great guidebook, but I do feel more drawn to the Dreaming Way Lenormand images. And then the last deck on my wish list is the Celtic Lenormand. I don't know what it is about this deck. I just thought it was really pretty. I think the artwork it's not too difficult. It doesn't have like too much, but there's still a lot to see in it. So yeah, that is the last deck on my wish list. Now I would love to hear your like what is on your wish list, anything that you have recently gotten, anything that I should add to my wish list. Like I keep working on my wish list all the time. So this is what my wish list looks like. And I already have like crossed out some decks that I have already gotten. I have TPEG like used whiteout to delete some, sure, we live in a digital age, right? To erase some decks from my wish list. That was actually the Spirit Animal Oracle that I erased. So yeah, I would love to hear from you. If you want to see more videos on tarot, all that kind of stuff, I do pick a card readings and everything, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. If you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. For now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.